Hi, Karen Deis here, publisher of Mortgage Currency, and this is the March 2012 Rule and Regulation Update video. Now, last month there were absolutely no FHA updates, but this month they're dumping a bunch of changes on us, and what a dump this is going to be. The big news is that there were 3 separate changes to the FHA mortgage insurance premium. First of all, I want you to be aware that FHA issued that in Mortgagee Letter 2012-4, and then a few days later they took it down and reissued it again because they realized that some of the loan-to-values were incorrect. So, double check the chart in this letter. There is absolutely no indication from HUD that there was an old one and a new one. Now, with this mortgagee letter and the mortgage insurance premiums, there are 2 different dates that go into effect here, and they all the dates are by assigned case numbers. So, the mortgage insurance premiums go into effect for loan amounts $624,999 on April 9th. For loan amounts $625,000 and higher, those new MIPs go into effect on June 11th. And also, Mortgagee Letter 12-4 also covers the decrease in the MIP for Streamline refinances on existing FHA loans that were endorsed, not closed, but endorsed by May 31st, 2009. It's not the closing date. The endorsement can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months to get a loan endorsed after it's been closed. So those go into effect for the FHA Streamline refinance June 11th, 2012. And by the way, you'll find a Mortgage Talking Points flyers in this issue for your real estate agents explaining how those payments work and what the differences are. Now, I know you're probably asking yourself, where the heck did FHA come up with that June 11th, 2012 date and the endorsement date of May 31st, 2009 and before? Well, it just so happens that the MIP refunds are made during the first 36 months of the loan. So any loan endorsed after June of 2009, hey, they're not getting a refund. So Rob Chrisman in his latest blog said, why give money back that's already been spent? Hey. Now, they just keep piling it on, and FHA now issued Mortgagee Letter 2012-3, which is not only going to kick some home buyers to the curb, but they'll have a residual effect that I'm going to discuss with you in a minute. So, okay, this one goes into effect for case numbers assigned after April 1st, 2012, and the elephant in the room here are the collections and the judgments, which fall into different categories. Now, there are disputed accounts in excess of 1,000, disputed accounts lower than 1,000, collections equal or greater than 1,000, which also includes medical accounts, public records and judgments, and disputed collections and judgments due to identity theft or unauthorized use. Now, each category has its own set of rules, which were confirmed in a telephone conference with HUD. Now, read the article, learn all of the nuances, because this is really, really important. And by the way, you're going to find a Mortgage Talking Points letter on this, too, for your real estate agents. Okay, so what's the big problem? My friend Edie Weber of Clean Slate Credit says that paying off these collections are actually going to put the credit scores in the tank. And what she recommends that you do is at least try to get them removed before paying off those collections, because you're going to see a tank of anywhere between 50 to 100 points in a credit score for paying off a collection. So, 2 things in addition that came out of Mortgagee Letter 12-3. Self-employed borrowers will need to provide either a signed quarterly tax return or an audited, and yes, it's an audited P&L statement before the loan's approved. And the other one is in regards to the identity of interest, which includes the definition of what it means to be a family member. It includes a lot more people than it did before, so read the article because this will also come into play. And if you're not a subscriber yet, you can read all the articles for $1 for the next 7 days. Now, this is really cool. We were knocking around HUD's website and we found this killer document where FHA goes into great detail about appraisal questions, inspections, new construction, wood-destroying insects, 2-unit properties, and basically appraisal concerns. It's all about appraisals. And I'm telling you that this one document, just this document, is one that you'll want to download because if you disagree with an appraiser or an underwriter, this is the one document that you can use to set the record straight from HUD's mouth. Now, it's 27 pages long, and if I were you, I'd print a ton of copies of them. I'd share it with your staff, and then go out there and start holding sales meetings with real estate agents. Hey, even give a copy of it to your FHA appraisers because I'm sure they haven't seen this document either. It's kind of hidden in FHA's website. And one last thing, USDA has updated their submission form, so you'll need to start using it immediately. You'll find it in the charts and checklist page. David Hale, also our USDA expert, is upset about the fee for the lifetime of the loan. So what he did is he updated USDA's disclosure, and he recommends that you use these because you want your borrowers to know that this annual fee is for the life of the loan. Just kind of run it by your compliance department, see what they say, but again, this form is in the charts and checklist page. So, one other thing that has nothing to do with the mortgage rules, we got our hands on the latest NMLS Stats, and as of December 2011, there were 226,000 mortgage originators and 375 plus registered originators. But what you really want to see this report about is that it's now listed by state. So you'll see the originators, the companies, and the branches that are licensed by states. So if you're a subscriber and you have any questions about the change in any of these rules, be sure to click on the website, the Ask the Experts toolbar, and ask your questions to the help desk. If you aren't a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Hey, you'll learn some new rules on Facebook at Mortgage Currency, which but it doesn't really give you all of the fine details. So hey, please try it for $1 for the next 7 days. I think that you'll get a wealth of information. So, one last thing, why subscribe to Mortgage Currency? Because getting a loan approved these days is rocket science. Thanks for listening.